So being immersed in Baba's love, we don't feel like coming into words. And that is what we practically saw how Guruvant Bhai was in that stage. Today meeting the Bulawayo family. It is a great pleasure for me also, and I feel so much overwhelmed by the warm welcome that you have all given us. And as I was seeing each one of you giving drishti, I had this feeling, what a beautiful bouquet Baba has chosen or created of Bulawayo brothers and sisters. It is such a nice bouquet of flowers, and each one is like chosen ones of God, chosen ones of Baba. Baba has really chosen each one of you and blessed you with some or other qualities, because when Baba chooses his children, he does not choose them just for the sake of choosing, but he has a special role for each and every child. He has a complete planning for that child, in choosing that child. Because when Baba wants to create a heavenly kingdom, he really wants special souls for that heavenly kingdom, for which in the world people go on singing in his praises, that when God must have created that heavenly kingdom, he made each one so special that they became worship worthy. Until the end of Kali Yuga, all those souls are still worship worthy. People go on praising them, and even praising Baba, Shiv Baba, that what a beautiful bouquet you have created, or a beautiful garden you have created. When I say that he has a plan for each and every soul, because he has to give the reins of the new world in their hands, definitely those souls are not ordinary ones. They are blessed with some or the other specialities, and each one of us is blessed. In the path of bhakti, we have always been singing praises of God and always asking for his blessings. This is what we always did. Oh God, give me the power. Bless me with your grace. Bless me with your qualities. This is what we have been asking for. And definitely he has granted us. But it is not like a magic wand that he would just encircle upon us and we are blessed with that quality. No. When he has to give us something, he finds a way to give us. His ways are unique. Sometimes people don't understand. How can God give us such difficult times? How can he test us in this way? But in India, when people would go out in the market to buy a clay pot, what would they do? Knock 100 times maybe to see whether it is kacha or pakka, whether it is well made or whether it can break at any time. So similarly, when He has to give the kingdom to us, He would not give the kingdom in the hands of those who are unworthy. So they have to go through many trials and tests which really make them pakka, which make them strong. And when they become so strong, during those tests that we go through, His blessings are showered on us with some or the other specialities, some or the other powers. And when He blesses us with those qualities, powers, specialities, they are according to our nature. And so sometimes we do not understand that these are the blessings of God. And that is why sometimes people come under that influence. I have this quality. This feeling of I easily comes up because we do not understand it is His blessings. Therefore, Baba always says that whenever you are told by people or whenever people praise you, always have this in your consciousness. It is Baba's gift. Baba has blessed me. So when I have this feeling it is Baba's gift, Baba's blessing, then that feeling of I would not come up. And I will become worthy to develop that blessing which I am blessed with. To develop that quality which I am blessed with. This speciality or quality which Baba blesses us with is also like I would say like a sword to overcome Maya. What is Maya? Maya is my own weakness brought into practical action. So when Maya comes in whenever any weakness comes in my actions, that is Maya. Supposing if I am not able to get up early at Amrit Vela, the alarm has sounded, I see and I feel okay 5 minutes, and in that 5 minutes it is always 5 o'clock. And then when we see the watch, 5 o'clock, what do we say? Today Maya just came over, took over me. So what is Maya? Maya is my own weakness of laziness. That is Maya. So whenever that laziness came into action, Maya came. So each one of us has got weaknesses also. And whenever we went into temples, we always ask for powers from God. Oh God, give me the power to overcome my weakness. Because each one knows where his weakness is. Those sanskars of bhakti come into jnana also. When we sit in Baba's remembrance, we sometimes, when we are so much empowered by that weakness and we don't feel comfortable in ourselves, in our meditation we tell Baba also, Oh Baba, give me the strength and power to overcome this weakness, to overcome Maya. So Baba gives us that speciality, blesses us with that speciality, so that we can use that speciality constantly in such a way that there is no space left for that weakness to make its way through. Baba has blessed us with this speciality. And he says, go on using your speciality at each and every moment. Serve through your speciality. So when I'm busy serving through my speciality, then there is no space, time left for that weakness to make its way through. This is how, over a period of time, if that sanskar of weakness does not come into action, gradually I will overcome that sanskar. Because how is the sanskar formed? We all know that sanskars are formed when there is repeated action on the basis of that weakness. And they are repeatedly done, performed, then that sanskar is created. So how to overcome the sanskar? When I use my speciality again and again, and I serve through my speciality, I remain busy in service through my speciality, then the time is not there, the space is not there for that weakness to function. So gradually it becomes weak and slowly it is vanished. So it is like a sword to overcome the sanskars of Maya. This is why Baba has blessed me with the speciality. Another thing, that these specialities, they are pathways for me to reach the stage of perfection. संपूर्णता की अवस्था को प्राप्त करने का रास्ता है, विशेषताएं. When we listen to Baba's Avyakta Murlis, in each and every Avyakta Murli we find Baba is stressing on some or the other quality. Like today's Avyakta Murli was on love, cooperation and power. Similarly, sometimes we find Baba's Murli is on purity, sometimes on silence, sometimes, and he takes us into the depth of the quality or the climax of that quality. That by inculcating or developing ourselves on the basis of that quality, how can we reach that stage of perfection? That is the heights that Baba gradually explains us in Avyakta Murlis. Therefore, Avyakta Murlis are quite difficult, and sometimes some people find it very deep, very subtle. Some things are not easily understood. And sometimes we find that this is something a very high stage. How can we achieve this stage? We find it very difficult to make our efforts based on that. But we find when we listen to Baba's such Murlis, Avyakta Murlis, and those who have slightest of that quality also in them, they would take the inspiration from the Murli. They would take the inspiration from that Murli that today Baba has given me a direction. He has given me a sort of light onto what I have to do in my efforts. He has guided me. This is what the feeling. Those who have the slightest of that quality in them. And that is why Baba does not force us into that you have to do this, you have to do that. No. All Avyakta Murlis, especially the beginning Murlis, if we listen to those Murlis, we find that Baba asks us, do you feel you have this quality? Do you feel, do you realize within yourselves? So it is sort of a realization that Baba is creating within us, an awareness that is being created within us, so that I realize and see myself as to how much I have that quality or not. Those who have the quality, they will nod their heads, yes. Today Baba's Murli is like as if he's telling me something. He's trying to guide me something. But those who don't have that quality, then they will listen to Baba's Murli and feel today's Baba's Murli was so high, so deep, so subtle, and we don't know whether we are going to achieve that stage or not. But Baba's Murlis are for everyone, we know. And somewhere there are certain qualities which act like a magnet that pull those qualities within our lives. It gives us the direction. So this is what Baba's Avyakta Murli guide us, tell us, make us realize what we have to do in our efforts. The best example I can think of is, we do not have to worry or we do not have to become upset that, oh, I cannot do this, I cannot go ahead and feel nervous about it. No. Because the best example I can think of is our three Dadis. We have all seen Dadi Janki. Some of you might have seen Dadi Prakashmani. And we all have seen Dadi Gulzar also. The three Dadis are the embodiment of some or the other speciality. Whenever we see Dadi Prakashmani, how many of you have ever seen Dadi Prakashmani? Many, okay. So, she was the embodiment of which speciality? Yes?
No.
She was the embodiment of love. Love. Whenever Dadi spreads her hands and just hugs everyone in the class, whenever she used to come into class and say, are you all okay? Any trouble? Huh? Have you got everything? If you don't have anything, you can let her. That feeling, that love, many a times people miss today. Which was not there when we used to go to the gurus. This was the difference in Baba's family. And whenever Dadi used to ask in class, everyone would say, yes, we are all happy, all satisfied. That there is someone to ask us. In the Guru's place, there was no one to ask us also. We never had this feeling that there is someone to take care of us. I remember when it is Bharatvasi season, and when the parties became so many and there was not enough accommodation, they were kept in tents on the floor, in the verandas, and Dadi used to come and ask, so who are Patranis and Khatranis? Huh? Those who have got the beds and those who are on the floors. Yeah? And then she would say, all the Patranis are on Baba's heart throne. And people were so happy sleeping on the floor as well. They were contented with that feeling. So she was such an embodiment of the speciality of love. Constantly that energy of love just flowed through her. And everybody could feel that. Similarly, when we see Dadi Janki, she is the embodiment of his speciality.
Enthusiasm.
Knowledge. Yeah, knowledge. She has this feeling whoever comes to Baba's home should not go without one jewel also. She is the one who has introduced the blessing cards in Jaipur. Before there were no blessing cards. At least one jewel also person should carry from Baba's house. No one should go without that. Whoever comes, she feels as if, no, I have to give the class. Share knowledge. Even if the doctors would tell Dadi, rest. No talking today. What will she say? If I don't talk, I'll get more sick. But if I go and meet them, I'll get okay. And really it happens. When she takes the class, she's alright. All her weakness, everything vanishes away. She comes in that enthusiasm again. Many a time she has said, मेरी अर्थी भी बोलते बोलते जाएगी. When when I'll go to the cremation grounds also, my body will also be serving, giving the message to all. And this is how I will go. The embodiment of knowledge, the speciality of knowledge. And if we see Dadi Gulzar, she is blessed with the quality of silence, peace, the power of peace, the power of silence. Whenever she comes in the class, people just have this feeling, even if she doesn't say a word, her drishti, that silence waves, they charge us. And when she comes, she starts giving drishti, and people are contented in that. They don't expect her to speak also. They just want to get her vibrations of peace. So one is the embodiment of love, one is the embodiment of knowledge, and one is the embodiment of silence. Three qualities they are blessed with. And they do not compete themselves amongst. If Dadi Janki feels, let me become like Dadi Gulzar, and from today I will not speak a word, the people will also not be satisfied with her. They expect Dadi to speak something. Dadi Gulzar would never have this feeling of competition or jealousy. Let me become like Dadi Janki and start speaking. People would think, what has happened to her? Is she okay? You know, very few words. When she comes into class also, very few words, chosen words, powerful words, and in a short time she gives an essence of everything. And people get this feeling as if Bap Dada was speaking. This is the feeling. And all of them are reaching their stage of perfection. All of them. Dadi Prakash Mani reached the stage of perfection with this quality only. The more she was blessing others with this quality, she was becoming the embodiment of this quality. No other weakness ever empowered Dadi. And even Bap Dada, even God said in the gathering, the huge gathering, that she is 95% perfect. 95% perfect. She is the embodiment of perfection with this quality of love. Many a times now Dadi Janki says, I cannot become like Prakashmani Dadi. She has this feeling. She has this feeling that what she used to do, I'm not able. But that was her role, and her role is different. Both souls are different. So they do not compare themselves. They do not feel jealous about one. They respect one another's qualities. They respect. And on the basis of their own quality, they are reaching that stage of perfection. So Dadi Janki is also towards that stage of perfection. Dadi Gulzar is also towards that stage of perfection with the power of silence, with the speciality of silence. And not only that, on the basis of that one quality, focusing on that one quality, they have inculcated all the connecting values, all the supplementary values which are connected with those three qualities. And this is how they have reached that stage of perfection, all virtuous. The praise of the deities, all virtuous. All other virtues, all other values have just been attracted towards that magnet of love and made her achieve that stage of perfection. So that is how we can reach that stage of perfection, just by inculcating or focusing on one quality which we are blessed with from Baba. We have to find out. And we find that these three Dadis, from Copper Age onwards, not only in Golden Age and Silver Age, they experience the fruits of those qualities and the accomplishment that they had achieved in Golden Age with those specialities. But even in the path of Bhakti, from Copper Age, they created three paths. They created three paths. Love. Dadi Prakashmani's speciality of love. In the path of Bhakti, the path of devotion for God. Path of devotion. Devotion means love. When Dadi Janki is sharing knowledge, the jewels of knowledge, she created the path of satsang. In the path of bhakti, some people are more into doing bhajans and singing the praise and loving God. But there are some who just want satsang. They want to listen to good talks. Satsang was the path created by Dadi Janki. And Dadi Gulzar created the path of silence. Mauni Babas. Those Babas who observe silence for years. They are all the followers of Dadi Gulzar. They think that by following, they kept them as their idol. Not in this form, but thinking that this is a path to achieve God, to reach that stage. So that is why people normally say you can follow any path. Ultimately you have to reach there only. कोई भी रास्ता लो पहुंचना तो उधर ही है. Not knowingly which path has to be taken to reach there and where to reach. They don't understand. कहाँ पहुंचना है? They don't know. Where we have to reach, they don't know. Which is that path that we have to take up, they don't know. So they are wandering. And whenever we give them any beautiful talks also, what do they say? Huh? No, they say, well, everything is the same, leading to that stage. But they don't know which stage they are talking about. Leading where? They don't know. And that is why we find these three paths on bhakti. the path of devotion, the path of satsang, the path of silence. If you go to Vipassana, 15 days, 1 month, silence. Go to Igatpuri, where his ashram is, and they will keep you in a cell where you don't have anything, no books, no newspapers, nothing, and 15 days you have to stay in that cell. It is like a jail. Observe silence. The first few days as if you are battling inside, and afterwards they feel as if all the battle is gone and they are able to silence their mind. Moni Babas, this is their path. So, 3 Dadis have created 3 paths in the path of bhakti. And people have been following those paths with so much of sincerity and so much of faith. They have been following that path. Now we understand these are our 3 Dadis who have created these 3 paths. So not only in Sangam Yuga we are making efforts to achieve that status and golden age and silver age, but on the basis of our efforts, we are also creating small paths in the path of bhakti, which may lead to these great branches. They are small branches maybe. So we are also creating a path. So if I am aware of what I am blessed with, which is the speciality Baba has blessed me with, I can focus on that. I can develop that, remain busy in developing that quality, and gradually I will reach that stage of perfection on the basis of just focusing that quality and bringing that into. That's the only effort we have to do. Focusing on the blessings that I have received from Baba in form of a quality, a speciality or power, developing that from within, and we find there will be great inner satisfaction. That will be the true effort that we are making, and that will enable us to reach that stage of perfection also. That will become like a magnet which will pull all other values connected to it. And then Baba says in the Murlis, that because this is a university that where we are studying, university means, sometimes Baba asks us in the Murlis, where are you sitting? Are you sitting in a pathshala? In a primary school? Are you sitting in a college? Where are Bulawayo Nivasis sitting? University. Everyone in the university? Everyone?
Brahma.
Who sits in a pathshala? Primary school. When we go to school, and we are in the primary school, we have so many subjects to study, isn't it? History, geography, civics and science, mathematics, so many things to study, isn't it? That is Pathshala. Similarly, when we come to Baba's home, we do the course. We have to study so many things. We have to study the world cycle, the history and geography. We have to study the mathematics of karma. We have to study the science of meditation. Isn't it? So many subjects to study. And people have so many questions. How is this 5,000 years only? How can we go? That means they are still in the primary school. Those who have the questions about drama, 5,000 years, repeating, again and again, all those questions which are not understood. And then again and again when we have those questions, means we are in a pathshala, we are in a primary school. But once those questions are answered, and we move forward onto the college. In college now the subjects are less. So we also have only 4 subjects. Gyan, Yoga, Dharana, Seva. Knowledge, Yoga, Dharana, inculcation and service. Only 4 subjects. Now our questions have changed. We have no longer any questions about how the 5,000 years, or we don't understand meditation, how can we meditate. Those basic questions of meditation, of 5,000, they are all over. The teething troubles are over. But now the questions in the college are how to maintain a balance. Sometimes we are following the path of knowledge, yoga is left out, then we try to catch hold of yoga and the inculcation part is left out, then we try to catch hold of that and service is left out. So maintaining a balance between the 4 is very difficult. And this is where the complaints are, how to maintain a balance. So now the quality of questions have changed when we are in the college. How to maintain a balance between the household life and the central life, following Baba's knowledge also and living in the world also. How can it be possible? How can we maintain the balance? So when we have the questions of balance, that means we are in college now. When we finish our college and go into the university, then university, how many subjects? Only 1. And we have to have masters, do a research on that subject, isn't it? Doing a research, writing thesis, that is university. Perfecting the self on one subject. So when I am aware of my quality, my speciality that Baba has blessed me with, and I start doing a research, how can I reach that stage of perfection on the basis of this quality? Doing a research. When people do their research, they forget everything. They have no time for any waste. They cannot complain that we have waste thoughts, we can waste our time. No, those who are in university, they cannot afford to waste their time, because they are constantly aware we are in university. Because it is only in university that we get this degree, pass with honors. We cannot get this degree, pass with honors in Pathshala. We cannot get this degree, pass with honors in a college. But in a university, we pass with honors. So similarly, Baba says, you have to take this degree, pass with honors. Isn't it? Pass with honors. And who can be passed with honors? Those who do a research of how to inculcate that at various levels. Research means that speciality at various levels. At the level of our thoughts, at the level of our feelings, at the level of our speech, at the level of our actions, at the level of our interaction with others. At each and every level, we have to do experiments. Research means doing experiments and coming out with a proof. That is when we have an experience. Many a times people say, we listen to Baba's knowledge every day, but we have no experience. Why they don't get experience? Because there is no experimenting. We have to play with the jewels. We have to constantly keep on experimenting at various levels, what Baba has told us today. And when I'm busy with that research, that is when I get that inner satisfaction. Come here, listen to Baba's Murli, and then it's over. During the whole day, not even a thought about what we have heard today. Then we are not in universities. We are still in pathshalas, maybe. Because when children are in pathshala, primary school, they have a lot of time to waste. Play, go here and there, lot of time to waste. Even college, lot of time to waste. With the friends, parties, this, that, lot of time to waste. But when once a person is in university, he has no time to waste. So those children who have this complaint within them, Baba, waste thoughts are disturbing me. There is still a lot of waste going on here. That means we are not in university. University means waste is over and we are studious. We are busy with the experiments, busy with the research, busy with the accumulating more, so that in the last time when people just come to us, approach us and say, well, you have been in knowledge since so many years. I have a problem. Can you just guide me? And if at that time listening to their problem and we say, I have no experience about this. They came with hopes and they are not getting satisfaction. Will I be satisfied with that answer giving to them? No. So that is not university. University means constantly busy on research, doing experiments within our own lives and bringing out results so that we have so much embodiment of experience. Anubhavi Murat, as Baba says. We are the embodiment of experiences. Anytime anyone can just approach us with their problems and immediately we have a solution for them. On the basis of my experiences, this is what I can offer you. And they also feel as if they've got something. That is university. That is university. So now where are we? Pathshala, college, or university? Because how many pass with honors in the university? 108 only. 8 full pass with honors, 108 pass with honors. So am I in that bead, 108, the rosary of 108? You know, in India, when people sit for the IS exams, Indian Administrative Services exams, the exams is so tough. Out of all those who have sat, only 2% is the result. Only 2% pass. 2 to 3%, that's all. Rest all are fail. IS, Indian Administrative Services. Those who become collector or secretaries, principal secretaries in the ministries. And who are we becoming? We are studying for the World Administrative Services. We are becoming the world emperors and empresses. So, our exams is how many percent? How many percent? Fully pass with honors, 8. Out of 33 crores, only 8 fully pass with honors. That is how much percent? And 108 is how much percent? So it is not that easy. Baba many a times say it's easy Raj Yoga. Easy Raj Yoga. But getting the admission into university is easy, but then we have to use our time each and every second in that worthwhile way that we are able to pass with honors. So this is what we have to be doing now, isn't it? So we have to create our own paths. And when we are able to create our own paths in such a way, then there is that full satisfaction of being a Brahmin. We are true Brahmins, definitely. But being true Brahmins means fully passed with honors. That is when we can say yes. Otherwise, as Baba says, it's a Rajdhani. What do we say? Kingdom that is being established. And in the kingdom, number wise. Either we go in that number wise, either we focus on 108, that rosary, and come, where we have the satisfaction of being a Brahmin, being God's child, and every moment having that intoxication. I'm the chosen one. Baba has specially chosen me for a purpose, for a definite reason, for a definite cause. Baba has chosen me for that. And if I'm aware of that, I don't see here and there, all those number wise, I would not be seeing them. Because that is not my aim. They are maybe not aware of their being chosen, what they are chosen for. They are not aware of that, that they are God's chosen ones. But at least I am aware why I am chosen, and let me fulfill that. And that is when people will praise God that He have chosen such beautiful souls and created them. Just as when they see the deities, or they see some people with beautiful qualities in this world also, they say, Bhagwan ne usko fursat se banaya hai. God has specially taken out time to create this one. Such beautiful qualities. So for me, people should say, God has really taken time to create this one. This one. So let me be like that, isn't it? That special jewel of Baba. Okay? So we have to be constantly aware why Baba has chosen me, what for, and what I have to do, what I have to become when I'm a chosen one. Okay? Om Shanti.